to the GREENPOINT Williamsburg News Magazine. Neighborhoods Today. In this edition, we will be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Please join with us for some Irish step dancing and music performed by the Finn School of Dance. We also have an interview with the Ancient Order of Hibernians in Greenpoint, Division 6. March is the month of St. Patrick, and our first segment today will be regarding the Irish in Greenpoint. Greenpoint has always been a melting pot of many nationalities, and the Irish have been an important part of that mixture. Greenpoint, from Ash Street all the way up to Greenpoint Avenue, at one time was called Irishtown, and a very popular politician whose name was Pete McGuinness had a boulevard named after him. So the Irish culture has been with us for a long time. It exists today, and particularly in the Irish dance. We're fortunate to have with us Ellen Finn from the Finn School of Irish Dance. Ellen, welcome to Neighborhoods Today.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Pleasure to have you. Would you tell us a little bit about the first dance we're going to see today?
Certainly. The first dance we're going to perform is a reel. Please take note of the special formations the children will be making, hopefully simultaneously.
Okay.
And the shoes that they wear while dancing this reel. It's a soft leather type shoe, similar to a ballet slipper, but called actually a gillies.
A gillies. Fine. All right, let's move now to look at the dances. your dances are just marvelous. That is spectacular and beautiful to watch. How do you get a dancer to go ahead and come up to that level?
Well, it takes a lot of hard work on their part and my part, and several years of really working at it.
They're just beautiful. Tell me, where do you teach? Where do you teach in the area?
I'm very lucky to be able to teach in 2 locations. I teach in St. Sebastian's in Woodside, and also the County Corkmen's Association in Greenpoint.
Uh-huh. How many students do you have total?
Well, it varies. I would say about 36
Excellent.
or so.
Oh boy, they are marvelous. You know what we noticed is that when they came out, that the costumes were so colorful. Very, very individual and very, very colorful. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Do they make them themselves, or?
Well, the children actually, with their parents and myself, we kind of work out what we'd like to have, different designs, mostly from the Book of Kells. Some were just kind of made up freehand. And all of the embroidery and designs that go on the dress are supposed to be individual. You're not really supposed to want to see 2 exactly alike in this case.
I see.
These costumes are for preliminary championships and open championship competitors. And most of the time for team competitions, we all wear a school uniform, which is a similar costume, not as elegant.
Uh-huh.
And everybody looks exactly the same.
I see. They are spectacular. Very lovely. Now, tell us, what dance will we be looking at next? What's the next dance they're going to do for us?
Our next dance is one of my favorites. It's a hornpipe. You'll notice that children are wearing a hard shoe, and you'll be able to not only enjoy the music, but the beats that are simultaneously go along with the music. This is a dance that you can not only enjoy with your eyes, but you can also hear those wonderful beats.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let's listen and look at the next dance segment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with Mr. Joe Shinnick from Greenpoint, and we're reminiscing about entertainers in Greenpoint, men and ladies that we knew who were singers and dancers, many of them from Irish extraction, who had entertained us before the era of television. And I'm just thinking about some dances that we had here in Greenpoint. Joe, and I guess you remember some of them as well as I do.
The tap dances.
We had tap dances and Irish step dances.
Irish step dances. The Hart family was a big family, and all of them danced. All of the step dances had Irish backgrounds in America. Eddie Hart was one of the specialties, and they used to turn a soup plate upside down and dance. And I mean, not so many guys can do that.
Oh boy, yeah, that was a specialty act. There was a gentleman that I remember, George McVickers. Remember George?
Oh yeah, sure. McVickers had a team.
McVickers and Ward. Okay,
yes,
that's where the connection is. McVickers and Ward.
Dance on top of a piano any place.
Oh yeah, he was a great entertainer. And there were a number of Irish dance teachers in Greenpoint here. We had, I know Helen Clarity was one, and there was Ann Higgins, who taught Irish step dancing.
Helen Redmond.
Helen Redmond, right, and
the Sharkey.
The Sharkey girls.
The Sharkey sisters. They were great teachers.
Were great
of
dancers.
the Irish dance. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. We have a number of singers. There was a singer from Greenpoint by the name of Charlie Slavin. Do you remember Charlie?
Oh yeah, sure. He hung out with my family. He sang down in Rockaway with the McNultys.
That's right, with the McNultys down there. Do you know what he's doing now? I understand he's still in the business. He's still a professional.
Yeah, he works all the big fairs and all, introduces, warms everybody up to get them started. Works with Sinatra and all the best of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're very proud of him that he came from Greenpoint. And, of course, I know that you're a great singer yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you if you'll go ahead and sing us a song, and I'll give you the microphone, and it's good to have you here. Thanks so much.
Your pleasure. Have you ever heard the story of how Ireland got its name? Sure, I'll tell you now so you'll understand from whence all Ireland came. It's no wonder that we're proud of that dear land across the sea. Now this is the way my dear old granny told the tale to me. Sure, a little bit of heaven fell from out the sky one day, and it nestled in the ocean on a spot so far away. Sure, and when the angels found it, why it looked so sweet and fair, they said, suppose we leave it, why it looks so peaceful there. Then they sprinkled it with stardust just to make the shamrocks grow. It's the only place you'll find them, no matter where you go. And they dotted it with silver to make its legs so grand. And when they had it finished, sure they called it Ireland.
I'm here with members of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Division 6 in Greenpoint, and we're celebrating our 50th anniversary as an organization. And I have some members of the Division 6 with me today, and what we'd like to do is explore a little bit about the history and what the Ancient Order of Hibernians is all about. On my far right I have Mr. John Kelly, who is the Vice President of Division 6, and I'd appreciate it, John, if you'd give us a little background on the Ancient Order of Hibernians, the meaning of the name and why it was formed, and truly what its function is, so we have a better idea of what a Hibernian is.
Surely, Dick. Well, the Ancient Order of Hibernians is almost self-explanatory. Ancient meaning old, Hibernian meaning Irish. In the middle of the 16th century, in Ireland, there was a persecution of the Irish people for their faith. Many groups of people got together to help priests have Mass said, hear confessions, and minister to the dying. These groups, many years later and centuries later, when they immigrated to America and to other shores banded together. And in New York City in 1836, a group of people with similar attitudes of keeping their faith alive in what they considered a foreign area formed what was called the Ancient Order of Hibernians. This group in America has stood together to keep their faith alive and their heritage alive. They've kept up the Irish traditions of singing and dancing and the Gaelic language. They've also helped each other in times of need. They've also helped neighbors who are not Irish, friends who are not Irish, just needy people in general. Their motto is friendship, unity, and Christian charity. Friendship to each other and outside of their own group. Unity, together to keep their faith alive and their culture alive. And Christian charity towards all people. We hope that over the generations that have preceded us, that we will inherit from them the grace to keep our faith alive and to keep the Irish culture alive in America right now.
John, thank you very much. We have with us a young lady who is a member of the Ladies Division, Ancient Order of Hibernians, and I'd like to introduce Miss Jeannie Seletsky and ask her a few questions. Jeannie, you're part of the younger group, and how many members do you have in the younger group?
We have 23 members.
And can you give us a little idea of what you girls do, what you young ladies do as members of the Hibernians?
We do charity work. We go Christmas caroling with retarded adults, senior citizens. We have cake sales to raise money for certain charities. We do ceilidh dancing and try to keep the Irish heritage alive.
I can see that. I see you've got your Irish dancing costume on tonight, and we saw you dance tonight. You're a very, very fine dancer. So I can see that you practice what you preach. Thank you very much, Jeannie. The gentleman on my left is Mr. Perry McQuaid. Mr. Perry McQuaid is the treasurer for the Ancient Order of Hibernians Division 6, and he's with us today. And I'm going to ask Perry to just tell us when Division 6 started in Greenpoint and give us just a little history about our own local organization.
Well, the organization started in 1939, and we're celebrating our Golden Jubilee this year. And we also, the president of the organization, UA Reed, is not available tonight, so I'm here to represent.
Wonderful, it's good to have you.
The organization is a very vital organization. We perpetuate Irish history. We also involved in charity works in conjunction with the church. We sponsor a St. Patrick's Mass every year, and we also have our dance for the last 50 years, celebrating St. Patrick's. If we have a viable organization, we hope to have it increase and to keep up the good work at the present time.
Fine. I hope my dues are paid,
yes,
because I have the treasurer here to make sure everything is taken care of. Thank you very much, Mr. McQuaid.
Be careful to say no.
Okay, we have Kathy Kelly, who is the president of the Ladies Division, and I'd like to ask Kathy a question regarding the ladies and what they're doing on this 50th Jubilee of the Ancient Order of Hibernians.
Well, the Ladies Division 6 Ladies is the largest division in all of Brooklyn. We have 86 members, and we've used that manpower to work with our brother Hibernians to run a dinner dance celebrating our 50th anniversary, which honored our past presidents, because without the work they have done, we wouldn't be around now. And of course, we look to the future to our junior division, because they will be the ones that will be around for the centennial Division 6.
Good, good. That's the way to go. Okay, very, very positive. The lady on the far left is the past president of Division 6, Mrs. Pat Bean. And Pat, I'm going to throw a curve to you, if I may. I know that this is a special year for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and I'm just wondering how one selects a Grand Marshal for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. How does that process work, and how is it done? Can you fill me in on that a little bit?
Well, I'll try. Candidates' names are submitted to the parade committee. The parade committee chooses a nominating committee from the Ancient Order Hibernians, United Irish Counties, and the Grand Council of Emerald Societies. And they take the candidates' names and narrow it down to 4 candidates, of which the delegates vote on then. And we're very happy this year, for the first time in the history of the parade, to have a lady marching in front of us, and that is Dorothy Hayden Cudahy.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, very good. I appreciate that. That is great. We're delighted that you're here today with us. We are very, very happy for the 50th celebration of the Ancient Order of Hibernians in Greenpoint. And it's a pleasure, and I'm very delighted we could get you all together here for the Neighborhoods Today show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ellen, those musicians were just marvelous, those young.
Aren't they fantastic?
Yeah, they're really fantastic. What's the name of that group?
They're all students of the Maureen Glen Cronin School of Irish Music.
Oh boy, they really are sensational. Excellent. Well, we want to wish you and all our guests a happy St. Paddy's Day, but we really can't do that unless we have some Irish coffee, which is a traditional Irish way of celebrating the year. And we have some Irish coffee here today.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. So, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to make Irish coffee?
Certainly I do.
Okay.
Do you?
Well, I have an idea. Let's see. Sugar goes first?
That's right, Dick.
Sugar goes first. Is that enough?
A little bit more.
Okay. Enough?
That's good.
Then we have some in here. What's next?
The main ingredient.
The main ingredient.
The Irish whiskey.
Some Irish whiskey. Okay. Ah, I feel like a chemist. Excellent. Okay. I guess we'll have to put some coffee in, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
That looks great.
Wonderful. Okay. And you have the honor of putting on the final decoration.
Does that look good?
Very good. Float it right on top.
How's that?
Oh, that looks wonderful. All right, let's have an Irish toast. All right? I'll hold this here. And this is an old Irish blessing. May there always be work for your hands to do. May your purse always hold a coin or two. May the sun always shine on your window pane. May a rainbow be certain to follow each rain. May the hand of a friend always be near you. May God fill your heart with gladness to cheer you. And to that I'd like to wish you and everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's it for this edition. For Neighborhoods Today, I'm Dick Mahan. Thank you for watching.